can you imagine Candy Owens in a court of law being asked to testify or go on the stand, and she raises her right hand and says, "I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God." And then the lawyers ask her, "So, Miss Candy Owens, did you or did you not?" It's a yes or no question. Very simply, did you or did you not say that Brigitte Macron was part of a MK Ultra plan? And did you or did you not say this on a number of occasions during your series? No, I did not, lawyer or judge or jury. I said no such thing. Then, Miss Candy Owens, I would like to present you with some evidence, and I'll present the court with some evidence as well. Here is a video, Exhibit A, ladies and gentlemen. Several times Candy Owens said on the record, ladies and gentlemen, to millions of her people that are watching on, that Brigitte Macron was part of MK Ultra. So, Candy Owens, you either are committing perjury right now, lying to the jury, the everyone here, which is in fact a crime, or you are telling the truth. But it looks like you're lying and you're committing perjury. So you are doomed. Both sides over. Can you imagine, my friends, Candy Owens in a court of law testifying? Because, ladies and gentlemen, as Candy Owens so often says, and even in this video you're about to watch, she said no such thing about MK Ultra, Brigitte Macron, and their links and their ties. But as my friend Nathan Livingston of Milk Bar TV so quite easily points out, and I don't even think she realizes that she's so stupid that she actually has things on record and she's encouraging people to watch the series. So therefore, it is all available for every single one of us to see what she said, etc., etc. So if Brigitte Macron and her lawyers want to claim something and she goes, "But I didn't say that," you watch the series back. Oh, okay. But you did say it a number of times, quite evidently. Have a watch of this.
Randomly includes in this lawsuit, amongst the allegations and charges against me that have completely thrown him over the edge, the things I have done that have thrown the presidential couple over the edge. He mentions the fact that I bring up MK Ultra throughout the series. Actually, it wasn't throughout the series. Brigitte Trogneau was born April 13th, 1953. Ironically, the same date that the MK Ultra program came into existence. Speaking of MK Ultra, oh wait, we didn't speak about MK Ultra yet. But the first book we're going to be reading is Chaos, and some of those themes may be relevant as we go along with this series. Brigitte Macron was born. It's also the same day that the CIA's MK Ultra program was born. Owens turned her gaze towards President Macron to begin seeding her eventual claim that he is the product of MK Ultra or a similar government control program. You can see that's not in quotations. I never said that. Emmanuel Macron spent a ton of time isolated throughout his childhood. They would experiment psychologically through isolation, through drugs, LSD, drugging people to see if they could get them to commit crimes or to commit other acts unwittingly, essentially trying to establish a Manchurian candidate. Somebody that responds to cues, does what they want them to do without question, wondering if they could control, and using this, by the way, as a weapon of sorts. And then also recognize that the majority of the documents pertaining to that program were destroyed. So we don't know just how global that program went. Just off the bat, his father, Jean-Michel Macron, was a psychiatrist. And yes, of course, we know for a fact that psychiatrists have done some evil things. We talked about the upbringing of Kamala Harris, the upbringing of Barack Obama, these people being raised by their grandparents at a time when we know that the MK Ultra program was running, and there is something very, very wrong there. Too many comparisons is what I would say. Why are Brigitte and Emmanuel upset that I mentioned that on episode 2 of this series? The series is about your wife having been born a male. Why is it that triggered the couple, seriously?
Yeah, I never said any of the things that the court documents that they're suing my backside for millions of dollars by the looks of things, trying to bankrupt me. I never said anything. It's in quotation marks. And then guess who found those exact words that came out of Candy Owens' mouth? Nathan Livingston of Milk Bar TV. Brilliant work, mate. See, it's not that hard to actually prove that Candy Owens is a giant, massive, and disgusting fraud. She lies through the skin of her teeth all the time. I don't know how her millions of audience members follow along regularly, because all she does is lie. She'll say one hand, I tell the truth, and the next hand, that is in fact a lie, because she never tells the truth. How many times has she been caught out in utter and disgraceful lies? How many times? How many videos have I made of Candy Owens? Pretty much every single one that I've made, I have caught her out in a lie and I have rebuked her on those lies. Oh, but Candy Owens, she always tells the truth, right? She's so good at telling the truth. Even when her backside is on the line for a massive lawsuit, she's being sued by a president of another country. Let that sink in, right? She still can't tell the truth. So imagine if she was actually on the stand in a court of law. She'd be forced to tell the truth, but even then, I don't think she could. Is she even capable of telling the truth? I wonder. Gee, I don't actually know, eh? I don't know about you, but seriously, if the truth is slapping her in the face, or any one of her followers, they would still lie. That's narcissism. That's psychopathic. Oh, and by the way, she's now begging her audience members for tips in her ongoing investigation into Brigitte Macron. She needs her loyal audience members, which, if they're all following Candy Owens, I really do worry about their mental health. I really do. If you are following Candy Owens, you've got to get a psychological evaluation. Quick smart. Because she's lying. And if you are believing her, maybe you're part of her cult. I don't know. But it's not normal to believe a liar. Believe you me. It ain't normal. And you're trying to protect her? Right. Have a watch of this, of her desperately begging her audience for tips into her ongoing investigation into Brigitte Macron.
Of this, guys, so bear with me as I take you through this. Of course, there is a potential that we are making some errors. This is an open investigation. They tell us nothing, so we have to investigate this stuff ourselves. But we could be trying to make it fit, We could be trying to make it fit, and maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know anything right now. That's the point. That's why we go to you guys, because we get to just activate a bunch of investigators. But it's going to take all of us. So please, please, please email tips@CandaceOwens.com with whatever you can find. We're exploring, as I said at the top of the show, every available lead, because now we need to finally get to the truth of what happened to Jean-Michel Traganow.
I agree. We need to get to the truth. And, I mean, she's got to stop. She's got to stop with all the nonsense, with all the lies. I don't think she can. I don't know about you, but I don't think she's very well. I think she's enjoying this. She's a provocateur. I'm going to say the most provocative thing I possibly can. Even if it gets me in trouble, I'm still going to say it. Even if it bankrupts me, I'm still going to say it. I'm still going to double down. And guess what? I'm going to beg you guys for help. That's like, for me, she knows her goose is cooked. She's done. But she doesn't want to admit it. Instead, she wants to play the victim card. Help me, audience members. You're my only hope, my loyal subjects. Help me, help me. Because we don't know anything. Bull crap. You've been told everything. It's in the damn 200-page document, for goodness sake. And you're asking people to come up with what? Evidence? The same way you ask people to come up with whether or not people are being paid by Jewish people to make hit pieces about you? Nah, I'm doing it for free, mate. So you're nuts. And I cannot believe that she's got millions of followers. It just amazes me. It really, truly amazes the living hell out of me. It does. Anyway, that's enough from me. You guys take care. Be blessed. And I'll see you all in the next video.